And I know that we've covered service workers a lot today, but for anyone who maybe is like just tuning in to the live stream or is watching this video later on YouTube, I'll just give you a brief summary. Service worker is a script that's run by your browser in the background, separate from your web page. And it enables a lot of really cool things like caching and push notifications. But a service worker and building it is not necessarily a trivial process. It is by design a low-level API, so it is very powerful, but there can be a fair bit of code involved. Now, we've been building libraries on top of Service Worker to try and improve this experience. So as Jeff mentioned, we have libraries like Service Worker Toolbox and Service Worker Precache, which abstract those complexities away and make it easier for developers to work with it. But on the Polymer team, we wanted to take that even a step further and see if we could build some elements on top of those libraries to make the entire process declarative, so a developer of really any skill level can just get in and add a service worker to their app. Now, these elements live in our Platinum element product line. And as it says on the tin, these are elements to turn your web page into a true web app. And I would add progressive to that statement by adding things like push, offline, Bluetooth, and a lot more. And again, our goal here is just to make it really, really easy for you to leverage these powerful features in your app. So if you want to add a service worker to your Polymer app, it is as easy as dropping a tag on the page. So this is the Platinum Service Worker Register element, and it's going to go ahead and handle all the things that I need it to do to create and register a service worker for me. And I can configure it the same way that I can configure any other HTML element, just using attributes. So these attributes here, what they do is auto register tells it to go ahead and immediately register my service worker versus waiting on me to call a method and kick it off. Skip waiting tells the service worker to skip its waiting phase and immediately go active. And client's claim tells the service worker to start handling all of the requests on the page and take over the page and start serving responses for it. Now, I've got my service worker in place, which is really cool. The next thing I want to do is take advantage of some of those cool features that service worker affords me. So I can add caching, right? And again, I'm just dropping in more elements. Now, this Platinum Service Worker Cache tag actually builds on top of the Service Worker Toolbox library, but it just makes it nice and declarative. So what we're doing by adding this element is we're telling the application to start dynamically caching requests as they go through it. And there are a few different caching strategies that we can take advantage of. The fastest strategy is going to tell the service worker to race the cache in the network and return whichever one comes first. Network first is going to hit the network, and if that fails, it'll try the cache. And network only is just going to hit the network. If that fails, it's just going to fail the whole request.